Your body can't fully heal or perform at its best when it's in this fight or flight mode, and that's what stress does. It keeps your system on edge and it makes everything feel harder. I'm sure you can relate, right? But there's a reset switch built right into your body, and you can train it. It's one thing I think is really overlooked. I know I overlook it a lot, and it's your breath. Not to say, oh, your breath or anything like that, but it really, using breath work doesn't take too long to change how you feel. And it's one of the simplest tools to affect your mood, energy, focus, sleep, even digestion. Have you ever tried that before, breath work? You know, most people, I think, they don't realize just how fast breath can shift your state. We're going to talk about that today. And if you have been feeling like your energy's off, or maybe your workouts are a bit slower or non-existent, or maybe your brain just feels stuck on overload, head over to talktoperry.com. If you're on the video, I popped it down in the lower third there. If you're listening in audio, it's easy to remember, talktoperry.com. And let's just help you plan out simple movement, something to help you stay in motion, stay focused, and really take back your energy and reclaim your power. We do that in 15 minutes. What? 15? TalkToPerry.com is where that's at. So let's talk about what actually is happening. Stress. I mean, when the stress levels rise, your nervous system kicks into high alert. Now, you do this long term, it can really wreak havoc on the system, you know, and that's when, you know, for many people, they're in danger. Most of the time, we aren't in danger, but we find ourselves reacting to nonstop alerts, notifications, deadlines, decision-making, and we end up in this reactive state. And it not only keeps your body stuck in this loop, but you may be feeling, see if you can identify with any of these, you may feel anxious, tired, forgetful, tense, disconnected. And this is your system telling you, hey, I need support. And that's where some breath work can come in. This is really, you're going to absolutely love what I'm going to share with you today. Maybe you've done it before. You can reach out and let me know. But when you slow your breath, your brain starts to shift. Ooh, look, listen to me in the little cadence here, slowing down. I mean, it gives you that signal that you're safe. It's okay to calm down. Your heart rate lowers. Your thoughts become clearer. And you feel more present in your body. So you can start small. You can do something like this. And I'm just going to encourage you. You can follow along as you're listening. But it's just to inhale through your nose for a count of 4. And then you hold that for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. And hold again for the count of 4. That's called box breathing. As a matter of fact, there's something I just did there that I realized that is something even more effective. I was just at an event with Tony Horton. He took us through a box breathing exercise. I did an inhale, and then when I exhaled, I did an inhale through my mouth and then an exhale through, or inhale through my nose and exhaled through my mouth. He says to just do it all through your nose, because your nose has this filtration system built into it where your mouth really doesn't. So do it. I mean, do an inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, and do that for a few cycles, you know, and do this box breathing. It's easy to remember and it's easy to expand on once you've gotten it down. As a matter of fact, Tony, he took us through it. I think many of us did a count of 5. But then he showed how he did it to a count of 10. And when you're doing the inhale, you're inhaling to like your max capacity of your lungs. And you do like 3 cycles of that, whether you want to start with 4 or 5, you know, you choose your number. You can build this over time. You know, some people do get up to 10, but you don't need to rush. The power here, I think, is consistency. And, you know, if you can do this once a day, that's a big win. If you can do it twice a day, even a bigger win. Because you can tie this to something that you already do. Maybe you do some breath work before your workout. Maybe it's before bed. Maybe it's before a stressful meeting. You'll find that this will impact just about everything in your life. And you'll notice how you respond to things, and you're not so reactive. Your fuse isn't so short. Your body doesn't stay tense that long. I encourage you, give this a try. Maybe you do box breathing 1, 2, and 3. You go through that process, do just 3 cycles through. You'll notice it. You might even notice that you don't feel tired at the end of the day. Not that you'll be just like wound up or anything like that, but just that simple pattern, it can really help that rewiring of your whole system. And if you're someone that trains hard, this will matter for you. I mean, if you're somebody who works out a lot, or you're just even working a lot, or you're dealing with constant demands, this really can matter for you. Breath is your anchor. Now, there are other ways to do breath work. This isn't the only one, but this is one I find simple, it's effective, and you can do it. And if you want to build a better system for yourself to calm your stress, to protect your brain, to get more out of your workouts, then I'm going to say, hey, let's get some focus time here. Head over to talktoperry.com, because I'll show you how to build on this and build it within your day so that you can get back on track within 15 minutes. And you'll walk away with a plan that really helps you feel better every single day. Talktoperry.com is where that's at. Breathwork. It's free. It's built in. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to go shopping for it. You don't have to fix anything first. Once you start doing this, here's what you're going to notice. You're going to notice that you feel more clear, more calm, more in control of your energy. And this isn't just good for your health. This is good for your life. So there's a tip for you. Just know you can choose to use your power, take control, use this strategy, or expand on your breath work if you're already doing it. Or you can let the excuses, the justifications, I'll get to that sometime when I get more time. You can let that stuff control you and drain your power. It really boils down to deciding and committing to yourself and your goals, and choosing to figure out new ways, looking at possibilities, learning, growing, and keep moving forward. You've got this, my friend. I'd love to hear your top takeaway from today. Drop those down in the comments. I promise I'll reply. You absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week. That's another Power Blast podcast in the books. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, when you are ready to recharge your battery, make sure you go to talktoperry.com. That's talktoperry.com. That's Perry. And I want to listen. I want to hear, what's going on. I want to help you in that 15-minute call to recharge your battery and reclaim your power so that you're off and running and creating massive momentum toward your dream. Also, every day I am delivering more motivation, support, tips, and strategies inside my free community with amazing people like yourself. And we are conquering the mindset and the fitness. I do 52 weeks of free training in there. Plus, I coach and I mentor people, as well as give you access to tons of resources and guides. It's called my Upside Down Fitness Community because we work on a lot of mindset stuff, the inside stuff. And we're a fun group of people striving to make healthier habits in this awesome chapter of life. So make sure you get in there. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com and you can get into the group. And hey, you would be an awesome friend if you get over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave an honest rating and review for the Power Blast podcast. It helps awesome people like you find the show even faster, and that's who I'm looking for, awesome people like you. That's all I have for this week, my friend, and just to let you know, you absolutely rock. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you on the next Power Blast podcast, and always remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.